Hey everybody, Mark Davis in the immediate aftermath of our riveting April 29th, 2014 show. And yes, it was kind of Donald Sterling Day 2.0. But as the NBA tries to figure out what they need to do about this guy, let's spend a few moments on what we should do about this guy and what we as a culture, as a country, what it says about us. There are people who are rushing forward who are making a big deal and saying, well, Donald Sterling disliking black people, that's just what rich white America does. That's racist. If there are people of color walking around saying that Donald Sterling is what rich or any income level of white people, that's how white people think, that is as poisonous a generalization as all black people are lazy. It's a generalization based on an observation of X number of sample size that you can't go and expand out and make a big blanket statement about all of white America because of idiots like Donald Sterling. In fact, the evidence that I offer to the contrary is this. This was an example of real racism. This wasn't Al Sharpton calling out the Tea Party as racist because he just has no material with which to debate them. This was not the Democrats picking on Paul Ryan for being racist, for daring to suggest that there might be a work ethic component to poverty. Those are false, phony, reflex cries of racism. In fact, those are cries of racism that are racist in their own motivation. What we have in Mr. Sterling is an actual, observable, stone-cold example of racism, and it is so rare. It is so crazy. It is so otherworldly to hear him on this tape. We hear an actual guy saying on tape, "What are you doing bringing black people to my games?" I mean, it's like the stuff of a Saturday Night Live skit. This does not tend to happen. And I know there are people going, well, this is just what people are really thinking. There are all kinds of white people who feel that way, who believe that way. And if we could run around and tape all the white people, we'd get a whole lot of this. Well, guess what? No, you wouldn't. Would you get some? Of course you would. You'd get white racist people, you get black racist people, Hispanic and Asian racist people. Racism is a dark part of the underbelly of the human psyche. We'll never get rid of it entirely, but we have already driven it so far into the corners of fringe behavior that when you find an actual Klansman, like this guy that shot up those places in Kansas City, when you find a guy with just poisonous views like Mr. Sterling, it is so rare and so noteworthy and so crazy and so odd. The reason that it's so odd is because it is so unsuccessful an agenda. It has been so marginalized, and that says nothing but good things about the country. So we will always find some level of racism in thought and deed. When we do, keep in mind that it is but a continuing residual example of a bit of what I'm starting to think of as a mental illness. It is some of a human characteristic that'll always be part of the human condition. There will always be virtuous people. There will be unvirtuous people. But those who are walking around with thoughts in their heads like that, well, Mr. Sterling, what is he, 105? 80 or 81. He won't be alive much longer. Nor will the racism of his generation to whatever. Listen, it's not even his generation. There are people who, they try to make this excuse. He's an old guy. What is he? He's like 80, right? He was 40 in the 70s. He's All in the Family was on when he was 40. There's no excuse for this. It's not like he was walking around in the Civil War. So there's no excuse for any of this. And it is indeed being chased into the darkest corners of American obscurity. And you know what? That says good things about us. All right. Good things about us, bad things about us, things we think about each other. They play out every day on The Mark Davis Show. We appreciate you listening. 7 to 10 Central Time. On Fridays, it's a big 5-hour extravaganza because I do Bill Bennett's Morning in America from 5 to 8, and then 2 local hours. And so we're just having fun and working our way through the springtime. We appreciate you listening on 660 AM The Answer and watching these little things that we do together here at 660amtheanswer.com.